You know what's been on my mind lately? The idea of being yourself. Sounds so simple, right? Just be yourself. People say it all the time. But the more I think about it, the more I realize it might be just like one of the hardest things we actually do. Um, I was listening to someone recently talk about how all of us want to be accepted for who we really are. We all want connection. We all want friendships. And we all want to feel understood. But then somehow we end up hiding parts of ourselves we get uh, part of ourselves to get that acceptance. And I thought like, wow, wow, like how many times have I done that? How many times have I changed the way I act depending on who I'm around? How many times have I worried about saying the wrong thing or sounding stupid, being judged? Probably more than I can count. And I don't even think most of us realize that we're doing it. Or maybe we do. I don't know. But I think we slowly learn it. Maybe somebody made fun of us once, and maybe somebody told us we were too emotional, too sensitive, too loud, too weird, too quiet, whatever it was. And then we start adjusting. We started editing ourselves. Not because we're fake people, but because we're trying to belong, trying to fit in. And the weird thing is sometimes the harder I try to fit in, like the more exhausted I feel. And I guess I can rephrase that because it's not really weird. It makes sense. Um, trying to fit in somewhere you don't belong or you don't feel comfortable, it's just more exhausting than being who you are. I don't know if you've ever felt that way. Like you're around people and everything is fine, but you're working so hard to be the version of yourself that fits that situation. You're saying the right things and doing everything right. You're being agreeable. And you get home and you're just drained. But lately, like I've been asking myself, why does that matter so much? And I think maybe it's because I know pretending takes so much energy, even when we're just like, not aware we're doing it. I think about the people in my life that I feel most comfortable around and the people where I don't have to think so much. I don't have to rehearse what I'm gonna say. I don't have to worry if they think I'm weird. I can be anxious. Um, I can be emotional. I can say something awkward. I can change my mind. I can be human. And those relationships feel different, just lighter, safer. Like I can finally put my backpack down. Someone um recently said something to me that's stuck. So they said, surround yourself with people you can be yourself around and you'll be free. And when I heard that, I thought, yeah, that makes complete sense. And then another part of me thought, if it's that simple, why is it so hard? Why do so many of us struggle with that? Why do we stay in spaces where we feel like we have to perform? And why do we keep trying to fit into those boxes that just don't feel right? I, I don't know. Maybe because being yourself is scary. Because if you really show people who you are, there's always the chance they won't like it. I mean, and that's a hard thing to risk. I know for me, I like being liked. I don't think I'm alone in that. But I'm starting to wonder if spending all of my energy trying to be accepted is actually keeping me from feeling connected. Because real connection probably requires being seen. And people can't fully see us if we're hiding. I don't know. I'm still figuring this out. And maybe that's why I've been sharing more. Maybe that's why I've started this podcast in the first place. Hmm. I have way more questions than answers, but maybe there's value in asking the questions out loud. So I'll leave you with this. Who are you when no one is watching? Not like who people think you're supposed to be or who you're supposed to be. Just you. And how often does that version of you get to actually come out? I've been thinking about that a lot lately. So, if you have thoughts on this, I love to hear them because I'm still trying to figure it out too. So, yeah, thank you for listening. Until next time.